Colorado in the house. Yes, it's me, Amy Van Dyken, 6-time Olympic gold medalist in swimming. So I won some golds, and I just wanted to say congratulations on you guys winning more medals. So keep battling the giants of the industry. You guys are going to change the game, and I am so excited to watch it. And why is the rum gone? Yolo! Rock it out, you guys. Keep killing it.
Yolo Podcast. I'm WIGNZ. With me is Uncle Phil. We always have crazy things going on. I think every episode that we do of the podcast gets crazier and crazier. And we'll start off with the events that we got coming up. First Friday Art Walk on Santa Fe. We're gonna be involved in that. I mean, we got the shirts ready and everything.
It's gonna be a special occasion because it's going to be First Friday, and it's also Day of the Dead. So there's going to be a huge celebration. Usually down on Santa Fe, there's a big celebration for Day of the Dead anyway. And to mix it with First Friday Art Walk, it's going to be off the chain.
Yeah, we're going to hook people up with these shirts, and we're going to give them some Yolo Rum drinks. And if you buy a Yolo Rum drink and the shirt, all those proceeds are going to go to the VFW.
We're hoping to raise a couple $1,000s for them. They are great people. It's amazing what they're doing, helping pay veterans, helping them pay their utility bills, their rent, being there as a support group.
And letting them show their art. There's a lot of veterans that got
everybody that's selling their art down at that actual event. It's an amazing time to be down there, and we're really honored that they are including us in all of the festivities, and we're really hoping to raise at least a couple $1,000s for them by selling these like a shirt drink combo down at the event.
No, you
donating all of the money to the VFW post number 1, and it's not just post number 1.
It's
in
like
Colorado.
The oldest in the world.
It's the oldest in the United States.
Even in the world, all the VFWs, even stationed other places in the world, they're the oldest. We're the oldest. I'm not even a veteran. They're the oldest.
Absolutely.
But thank you to those guys, Jesse Eastburn down there, and just letting us be part of it. I mean, they're great artists, and they do great things for their fellow veterans. So that's going to be exciting. As always, if you're looking for that Yolo Rum, you can search yolorum.com and find those bottles. But man, we've been killing it at all these tastings, everything that we've been at. Phil, congrats on all the success.
We've really been doing an amazing job. Thank you for the videos. We go in, we put in the work. At every tasting that we've done, the last 3 tastings, everybody's told us that they've never had a tasting like that. They've never sold.
These are the managers.
These are the managers
of the stores,
and they're all big stores, and we're moving a lot of bottles of rum. There's a lot of people out there supporting us. We appreciate the investors getting out there and supporting us, and everybody else that's seeing our videos and coming down and supporting us, getting one of the free shirts that we've been giving away with the tasting. That helps sell bottles, and then you guys are out representing. We really appreciate that.
And shout out to all the investors that have been involved in our Facebook group and taking the photos and sending them to us, and just the rum lovers who aren't investors but sending us all the swag that you've been gathering at these tastings and the rum bottles that you've been drinking. Dude, it's funny because one of the tastings, a guy posted the bottle and a photo, and of all we gave him stickers, and we gave him the lanyards and the bottle, but the bottle was empty. I was like, point made. I was like, and that means that he loved the rum, and after he loved it, then he was like, I'm gonna take a picture of this.
Why is the rum gone?
So we're gonna get into it as well. We just pre-recorded this interview a little earlier, and we're gonna add it onto the tail end of this, but with Carlo Gonzalez. He's a friend of mine. We go way back, and he's quite accomplished in a lot of the things that he's done. They're almost like if you didn't, you'd be like, that's not real. That didn't happen until you hear these stories, and you're like, that's insane.
Yeah, he's doing something that we all wish we were probably doing right now. It's an amazing story. He's still out there making some things happen.
Yep, exotic cars worldwide. We're gonna get that interview right now. Carlo Gonzalez, an old friend of mine, new to the show, and 100% YOLO. So Carlo Gonzalez, he is the business owner of Drives a Mile High Exotic Car Rental and Exotic Cars Worldwide, and he's joining us. He is the perfect person to represent YOLO, and I realize that as I scroll through his Instagram feed and see him with Floyd Mayweather, I see he's telling us about Alice Cooper. I see him with all these exotic cars.
Carlo is definitely YOLO.
He's definitely YOLO.
Thank you for being with us, Carlo. You, we really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for having me on here.
Of course. So let's get started, man. What happened in 2012, and kind of let's go over your story, because as we're reading it, like Phil and I were both blown away. We're like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I mean, 2012, everybody's got the everyday work, job, and so forth. And I kind of just said, if I don't take this shot right now, in essence, YOLO, why not? So at that point, I was 26, young and dumb, and did something that's kind of irresponsible or stupid. So decided to clear out the bank account and buy a Lamborghini. And it's kind of like, who does that type thing? So at the time, I just said, well, here we go. And everybody thought I was going crazy. A few friends did call me out. They were going, hey, Carlo, is everything okay? Is this like a crisis? What's going on? I said, no, I think I got an idea. And a lot of people gave me some bad feedback on it. And a lot of people didn't back me on it. But I said, you know what? If I don't do it now, probably never going to do it. So got on eBay, literally clicked buy, didn't even make an offer, just clicked buy, made the transfer, and here comes a Lambo. It's on its way.
You can buy
So
Lamborghinis on eBay?
Seriously, I did.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
That's the best part. I bought the Lambo on eBay. Everyone's like, wait, so did you buy it from a dealer? Did you buy it from, I said, no, I saw it on eBay. The dude was kind of shady. It was a cheap price. I said, why not? Let's do it.
Wow.
So it was perfect.
So then what happened after that? You bought a Lamborghini. Did you have a business plan, or were you experienced in business where you're like, hey, I know.
Did. Well, good. Great question. So I did. It was one of those where I wrote the business plan out, but more like I wrote it out on a napkin. And I knew that if I wrote it really thoroughly and showed it to people, they're just going to talk me out of it. They're just going to say, dude, this is a bad idea. So as soon as it was on a napkin, showed a few people, I said, you know what, that's good enough. So I went ahead and just ordered it. So that's the business plan.
Yeah, business plans, they're kind of funny. They change dramatically and drastically. In principle, it seems like it's a good idea, but once you really start getting into business, where you start where you finish, I think a napkin is a perfect place to leave a business plan.
Absolutely. That was the idea, because I knew at the time everybody was going to talk me out of it. I knew it. So I just said, you know what, a napkin idea, that's good enough for now.
So you did 100% solo? Did you have any friends that were like, yeah, I'm backing you on this. Let's do this journey together. How did that?
Oh, there was a solo venture at first, and then over time, I did get a couple of private owners who had their own vehicles to throw them in. But from the beginning, it was just all me. So it was the napkin idea, buying the car on eBay, just kind of a go after the dream type thing.
So what is it that you do with these cars?
So everybody rents them out at the office, so you can rent them out daily. Photo shoots, birthdays, music videos, special occasions, anniversaries, and so forth. Anything really.
And what kind of cars are we talking about?
So a lot of ultra high-end vehicles. We're talking Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsches, GTRs, R8s. So super high-end stuff. You get the Iron Man cars, you get the popular Lambos, you get a little bit of everything.
So did it start to snowball? Were you just getting businesses and people wanting to do business with you? How did that work? And you're like, yeah, see, my napkin idea is working.
So great question. The way it happened, basically, once the car was here, I won't lie, it got off the flatbed truck. I mean, at the time, I was living in an apartment. So it's like, who has a Lambo that lives in an apartment? With open parking, so my neighbors were like, this guy is totally a drug dealer. Totally a drug dealer. And my neighbors gave me the weirdest looks, because, I mean, it's kind of like, a public apartment building where there's shared parking and so forth. So the Lambo gets there, and management is just kind of looking at me weird. And I'm like, whatever. The Lambo lands, and it's real now. I'm kind of going, oh, crap, what did I get myself into? So it was all or nothing. It was all or nothing at that point. The car got there, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to run a little special on Groupon, test drive it for 30 minutes, on Groupon. So I said, okay, maybe that's not the best idea. So we ran the special on Groupon, which took about a couple of days. I said, maybe I'll sell maybe 50, maybe 100 if it goes well. Oh no, we sold 5,000
Wow.
test drives.
Oh my
at
gosh.
Yeah. Even Groupon was like, are you going to be able to do all this? I was like, well, it's me and one car, so probably not. So that's where Plan B came into place and said, since I've got some skin in the game, I've got the car, I could probably find some owners to let me use their vehicles in the meantime while I get other cars. So that's kind of how it snowballed.
Wow. And I mean, if you go to other people with these cars and you say, hey, look, I have 5,000 people who did Groupons, you really have some validity behind you to where it's not just like an idea. It's like, no, there's a lot of interest in this.
Yeah, I mean, I was freaking out because, again, I'm thinking 50, 60, honestly, I'm thinking 75, maybe 100 test drives, tops. And once we hit 4,800, approaching 5,000, that's where I started freaking out. So
can anybody rent these? I'm sorry, I
yeah.
didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, can anybody rent these cars?
Yeah, so as long as you're 18, to do our driving experiences, you got to be 18, driver's license, insurance. To rent them on your own, unsupervised, go off on your own anywhere you want, you do have to be 21, full coverage. So we do have a minimum age. We'd love to rent to you if you're 16, but we just don't trust you.
Not a good idea.
Don't even trust me, and I'm like in my 30s.
I used to be 16. Not a good idea.
So let's go to this. You snowballed. How did these celebrities get involved, and how did that change? Because I mean, I've seen everything from celebrity pictures that you've taken with them or them with their cars to you just hanging out almost at a venue with celebrities up close and personal.
Right. So, it was just kind of dumb luck. Here's like the long Cliff Notes version of the story. So back in 14 or 20? Yeah, 2014, 15, when they had the Super Bowl in Arizona, I said, you know what? Every celebrity is going to be here. So I said, all right. So I literally went to random clubs and paid off the managers to tell me who was going to be there, which they should not have told me who was going to be there. So I went around. I got them to tell me who's going to be there and where they're going to sit. So I planned it perfectly, but we were right there. And of course, you kind of give it the coincidental bump that, oh, I'm a big fan. So-and-so, here's my card. So it first started with Odell Beckham. That's when we had that huge catch. And he was super popular. He was going to the Super Bowl. So it started with Odell Beckham as a client. And then from there, Jeremy Hill, Jarvis Landry. And then here comes Tyga. Then here comes Drake. Then here comes everybody else. It was all from the Super Bowl in Arizona. That was the winter location.
No, was that Odell?
That was crazy.
Was that Odell giving all of them your information, or them just seeing his Instagram?
Right. Yeah, that's what it was. It was him actually giving away information. It was really nice. And then from there, just randomly meeting people at Super Bowl parties and just networking out there, if you will. So you do got to get out there. You got to put in the footwork. You guys know that. You got to put in the footwork. You got to get out there and meeting the right people. Yeah, so it worked out.
I like your guerrilla approach. We're all about a guerrilla approach here at Yolo.
That's actually what I did. So it's one of those where I'm not going to wait for some luck or a phone call. I said, I know where this person is, high profile. I'm going to make sure I'm sitting right next to him and then go from there. You put yourself in the best position possible. And that's what I did.
Good for you. And so what now? I mean, are you traveling the world? I'm seeing things from you all over the world, but I mean, I can't really put it in context to be like, oh yeah, that's because of his business, or maybe he's on vacation, or it's like, no, but it's all kind of, you're living that lifestyle of business and love of life.
Sure. It's a little bit of everything. So a little while back, I did bring in some new operators to kind of handle all the logistics of the business. So they came in, bought into the company, and it'll give me a chance to do exotic cars worldwide a little bit more. So basically, I will connect high-end buyers and sellers around the world, which that's probably the coolest part. So I get to travel to some crazy cities to check out some of the gnarliest cars you've ever seen in your life. Hong Kong and Tokyo are big. So, like I said before in the bio, I'm just a regular guy that went to Wheatridge High School, Everett Middle School, nearby.
Farmer.
And now I'm flying in helicopters. Yeah, and I'm flying in helicopters with some of the scariest, most powerful people in the world in Hong Kong and Tokyo, and checking out some crazy Lamborghinis and Ferraris. So
good for you.
That's pretty cool. I always take a step back. I take a step back and just kind of ground myself and just say, okay, I'm still the Wheatridge kid. Still be good to everybody and so forth.
Well, that's why I feel like to have Carlo even on this interview with us, Phil, just because you get to a certain level to where it's cool to be like, hey, man, I don't want to say you've accomplished it, because I know you still are goal oriented, but you've almost accomplished what most people can't even do in an entire lifetime.
Oh, man, I literally feel like I'm 70 years old at this point. So a lot of the traveling and, Southeast Asia, man, they love the karaoke. They love the partying. And then obviously going to a bunch of trips in Canada. My family's from Mexico, so I go down there. So you get to the point where you kind of just forget where you live. You just kind of live out of a suitcase. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So.
That sounds like fun, man. That sounds like where we're trying to get.
Yeah. Well, bring us with you.
Yeah, take us with you.
Oh, it's fun, but the worst thing is you learn to eat out of vending machines. Literally, you learn to eat out of vending machines. So that's like the worst part.
Now, we were reading,
exactly.
you gave us your details and the info, and it's like, I've known you on a personal level, so seeing this business side, but you even said in here, you were always thinking YOLO as you were going through everything.
Literally, yeah. So obviously, big fan of Drake, big supporter as well, and been to a bunch of his events and so forth. From Vegas to Toronto. So when that song actually came out, it stuck to me really well. And that was like my thing when I would say something ridiculous, someone in the background would say, "Oh, let me guess, Carlo, YOLO." And I'm like, yeah, actually. So it kind of stuck. And people would keep saying that, "Oh, let me guess, Carlo, YOLO." I'm like, well, yeah. So it stuck with me. So when I saw, the Yolo Rum brand come out, I'm like, man, that's a perfect fit. That's awesome. So.
Right on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you some bottles, man.
That's your motto, man. That's your motto.
So
exactly.
So what's next, man? What do you got on the agenda now? Like, I mean, are you just focused on growing the business?
Good question. So right now I'm just focusing on exotic cars worldwide. I've got a few clients ranging from the Middle East to Japan to China, South Africa and so forth, that I'm trying to just connect with buying and selling, including the UK. So that's been kind of my focus, if you will. It's kind of like a high-end realtor, if you will, like a high-end realtor that sells, 7-figure type homes. Same thing with cars, anywhere from high 6-figure to 7-figure cars. It's kind of like a high-end realtor type thing. So that's what I'm focusing on. That seems to be more my calling, my persona and so forth. And swinging the vehicles and going 130 miles an hour every day, that got a little scary. So I had to back off from that a little bit. At one point I literally looked at my schedule and said, like, I'm literally going 130, 150 miles an hour, 6 to 7 days a week. So at that point, I think it was kind of time to hang up the gloves. So I'm focusing on exotic cars worldwide moving forward.
That's awesome.
Good for you. So in the driving experience, are you on a track for that, or where exactly does that happen, and how does that happen?
So you're basically going to be mainly on, believe it or not, open road. So we call them closed road courses. So we've done in the past 1 or 2 driving experiences on the track, but it's a little bit tougher. Early morning, and then people from the night before, a little hungover. We don't want them on the racetrack. Versus the driving experience, we can drive. So yeah, we'll do anywhere from Golden Gate Canyon, Lookout Mountain, basically all the canyons around Denver that everyone's familiar with.
So do they get to drive, or do you drive it for them?
Yeah, you drive. You get to drive for sure. You can drive, but if you feel a little intimidated or if you feel a little rough from the night before, we recommend driving. So.
And do people come back with tickets? Like when they rent your cars, do they always come back with the ticket, or not really?
Oh yeah, I mean, lately, from what I hear from the new operators, everyone's been pretty nice about it. But I had the worst luck. Here's a quick story. I've had 2 people arrested. Oh. I've had 2 people straight up arrested, and the cop says, "Come pick up the car," and I did.
For speed
so people
exhibition.
Have gotten arrested, people have gotten a ticket, so forth. Yeah, so it's happened and so forth. But you know what? It's too bad, but it happens, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
You got to have some points to burn if you're going to rent one of those cars, I think.
Yeah, and the worst part is when we have people return the vehicles early, and we're kind of going, is everything okay? Maybe like, did you get a flat tire? Are you not satisfied? And they kind of look down and they're like, no, I got an $800 speeding ticket. So they return the car early.
YOLO.
Oh, and I've seen some gnarly. Oh yeah, I've seen court dates. I've seen some pretty bad speeding tickets. The worst story we had is I had someone get all hopped up on who knows what, and they were in La La Land and they never returned the car, so I had to call in the car stolen.
Oh.
And Boulder PD put them over and everything and dragged them out of the car. So we've had our stories.
Oh my gosh.
We've had our crazy stories.
I heard about you stealing your own cars back in Las Vegas. That's interesting. That's an experience.
Oh my God.
Yeah, tell us about that.
That's probably That is literally, I've had a lot of crazy things in my life, but that is probably number one as far as insanity. I literally had to turn into a crook. Not even kidding. And I had to do it. So long story short, this is probably the craziest story of my life, probably top 3 easily. So during the wintertime,
we'll say yet. So I said, hey, we'll say yet. Craziest story yet for your life.
Craziest story yet. The craziest story yet, for sure, is when you have to steal your own cars back, literally jeopardizing a lot of things. So long story short, sent our vehicles over to a place in Las Vegas. The winters here in Denver, obviously a little snowy, they're a little bit slower. So we sent the vehicles thinking, hey, these guys have been in business for 15 years. I've rented cars from them in the past, no big deal. So we give them the cars, 1 month goes by, I don't see a check. Another month goes by, still don't see a check. Now I'm getting worried. And now they're just straight up ignoring my calls. So I said, oh no, you've got to be kidding me. We were just duped. I can't believe it. So I've got 4 exotic cars out there. I have the spare keys, luckily. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go repo and steal my own cars. I booked a last minute flight, didn't even pack a bag. I was just really upset. Got on a flight, got to Vegas. Luckily, I had tracking devices on all the cars, so I knew where they were. So this is where it gets good.
It's like Gone in 60 seconds.
Totally, 100%. So at the Cosmopolitan on a Saturday night, it's packed. It is packed. Cosmopolitan in Vegas, I have to steal a BMW i8, which is in the front entrance on a Saturday night. That is some Gone in 60 seconds stuff. So I figured out where the keys were. I went downstairs. The valet turned his back. I literally reached over, snagged the original key, and took off running upstairs. As soon as the valets were open, I unlocked the car. All the valets are looking like, what's going on? I hop in the i8. Literally, they start walking towards me and just kind of peel out and take off from the front entrance. And I guess according to Nevada law, it's definitely a felony, even if it's your own car.
Oh my gosh, really?
We're not worried about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't take someone's property that's under lease when it's on the hotel grounds. So even if it's your property, if a customer leases it from you, you can't legally take possession of it until it's out of the hotel property. But did I care? No, I didn't care.
Did you get in trouble?
So I just took the thing. No, they threatened me. I got a call from the city of Las Vegas, but they didn't really pursue it. I mean, it was my car. It was our cars. They were basically renting them out without paying us. So I had to repo all of them. And then that includes where else? Had to repo another car from Planet Hollywood. Had to take a McLaren outside a hotel. Had to take the red Lamborghini Huracan from a body shop. Like it was pretty bad.
Was this all in a single night? Was this all in a single night?
One single night. One night, all 4 cars, all gone. I had to. Literally, I felt like I was gone in 30 seconds.
Thank goodness.
Like, this is not happening.
Thank goodness you're a good guy.
At the end of it, stealing the i8 was probably the most adrenaline, just everything ever. Like every single sense was at its maximum capacity. Everything. I mean, I was freaking out. I was like, I literally just stole a car on camera, snagged the keys from the valet. But at the end of the day, it's kind of cool that I pulled it off.
Did you lay some rubber down on the way out of there?
On the i8, I definitely did. Because at Cosmo, it's all marble. Oh yeah, so it just peeled out, and I'm like, I'm out of here. So,
oh my God, he was.
And then you got a ticket for peeling out in Las Vegas, right there.
Oh no, I wasn't looking back. I didn't care if the sirens were on. I was not looking back.
Oh my
and then,
God.
I had to steal all 4 cars, 4 different locations, in one night. That was pretty crazy. And then I had to go. Once the cars were secure at a parking lot where no one knew where they were, then I faced the owners of that business, and basically. It was, here comes an iron fist, give me my keys back, or I'm gonna forcibly get them back. So it was a crazy time.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, and then so you've also got.
Again, it was one of those. Like,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, it was one of those where. It's like, am I really going to steal 4 cars right now from one of the busiest, craziest, most dangerous cities in America?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because when you go out onto the strip, the traffic it's always traffic. So it's not like you could have been like, you'd be like, right? Like, how did you get out of there?
Oh yeah, every time I took a car, I had to call the PD. I took a car and I'd call the police department saying, we took legal possession of the car, and they'd go, oh, okay, because the car was reported stolen. So I'm literally running away in a car that's reported stolen and parking it and then calling the PD. It was crazy.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
God.
a crazy story.
But then you've also gone viral too. Like you were on Nick Cannon because you the video you made, and we're going to show it up and definitely have everyone see that. But you went viral at one point with with one of your cars.
The fuck? Smashed windshield. Sorry, bud. He just smashed his windshield.
Why? You gotta go kill him.
That was fun.
World star.
Oh my God. That's the video that everyone, I kind of say it just kind of ruined my life because I didn't know what was going to happen. So the McLaren MP4 had a cracked windshield. And of course, a normal person would be responsible and say, hey, why don't you park that windshield, park the car so the windshield doesn't crack anymore. It's dangerous. But in my head, I'm thinking, again, your slogan, YOLO, let's go smash the crap out of this windshield and figure something out. A responsible person would say, hey, why don't you park the car? I'm going, nah, let's smash it. In fact, let's smash it in front of everybody at Little Man's Ice Cream on a Sunday in the Highlands. And if you know that area on Sundays during the summer, it gets really packed. So we did it perfect. A couple buddies helped out. One buddy, he could skateboard pretty well. We made it seem like the skateboarder was coming and the McLaren ran the stop sign and hit him. So when that happened, I was filming, and immediately the driver and the passenger started screaming at him. And I told the skateboarder to grab that skateboard and just smash it. I mean, just smash it through the windshield. He did. Yeah, so we faked the whole thing. Lots of people started going around. People are screaming world star. There's chaos everywhere.
Did the cops come?
And, yeah, the cops did come. So the cops did come. We had another getaway car at the top. It was just a spoof. And honestly, we just did it for fun. And I didn't think anything of it. So I'm going, all right, I did a really bad filming vertically. I didn't really even catch the accident. I mean, it was the worst thing ever. I was like, man, we just did a prank. I didn't even catch it correctly. Like, that's not good. So I uploaded it on YouTube, went to bed. It was a late night. So I went to bed, woke up late.
Did you think it would go viral when you're going to bed, when you're ready to go to bed and you're laying down, you upload it, you probably weren't even anticipating what you woke up to, right?
No, I mean, I'm thinking, I hope I have 50 views, 50 or 100. I'm pretty happy. I'm like, I'm pretty happy to have 50 to 100. And I wake up to my phone literally buzzing nonstop. And then I go, that's weird. So my buddy that was in the video, I answered. He goes, dude, we are all over the internet. Are you on your phone? I was like, no, you're the first person I've called. I had about at least 60 or 70 missed phone calls and text messages. And he's like, we're all over the internet. We're all over the internet. I said, no way. So I looked at my phone. Again, I'm thinking 50 to 100 views, 1.8 million.
Oh my
1.8 million within the first 12 hours. Yeah, within the first 12 hours, 1.8 million. It was on the front page of Chive, Yahoo, Snapchat, BBC, Fox News, CNN. I mean, it was
Mike Tyson.
everywhere.
You sent us an image of
We
Mike Tyson sharing the video, right?
Yeah, Mike Tyson shared the video. A bunch of other celebrities shared the video. It was on. I mean, it was everywhere. It was crazy. I had news crews outside the shop trying to get in. My phone was blowing up. News crews, because no one knew it was fake. Nobody knew. Everyone thought, what is going on? You know, this has to be real. What happened to the skateboard kid? Did he get beat up? Because we ran after him. One of the guys ran after him. So it kept everyone really, really interested. And it reached it was the #1 watched video in the world for 7 days straight. So as you can imagine, it was just chaos. So after that, the aftermath, that's where it was on. I was on a bunch of shows, and then Nick Cannon really loved the video and the prank, so he flew out his production team from New York to Denver, did a full interview and everything. He asked the questions, through the phone and so forth. I answered everything. It aired on the show, caught on camera, and it just kept getting more and more traction. To this day, people still think it's real. That's the funny
That's
part.
awesome. I love that you're so humble, man, because it's like you really have accomplished quite a bit and a lot more than most people can say ever in their lifetime or 2 lifetimes, and you're still grinding and want to pursue what's next. And you haven't, and like you said, you're a Wheat Ridge kid, but that speaks volumes, I think, to your character, and I think overall to what you can accomplish. Just because the second you get that ego in there, it just messes up everything. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, our whole thing is, at the end of the day, these are cars, and it doesn't matter if if we see you driving in a minivan, or if you come up in a Ferrari. A customer's a customer. You're still a person. And then again, I always learned that the most humble you are, the more business you're just going to naturally attract, and just better karma overall.
And Carlo, are you the most famous person that's ever graduated from Wheat Ridge? I know Kip Winger did, but I'm thinking that you've kind of you've exceeded him. You definitely have more views.
I don't know if
YouTube.
I'm quite there. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I'm hopefully there's some one day, but maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Probably not though.
Well, congratulations on all your success.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man, you're 100% YOLO, and I mean, if there's anything we could do, I think it was funny is even before this interview, Phil and I were talking about, oh man, we need to get a YOLO and a Lamborghini. We have our own little. We should remember our idea. We need to get him involved with our idea about
which is copying Little Dicky's video. If you've seen that for save that money.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah. Perfect.
No, that's awesome. Are you in Denver right now, or where are you at right now?
Yeah, I'm in Denver, so I'm just working basically from home, so just chilling throughout the rest of the day before I start traveling again. I'm gonna have to head over back to Tokyo probably in about 2 weeks, so for some more work. So I'm just taking a little break right now.
That's awesome, man. Well, good for you. And then, how can everyone follow you on social media? Because obviously you're always going viral. Like, what's the way for them to either rent a car or just follow you?
Absolutely. So check out the website, Drives at Mile High. It's milehighDrives.com. Check out the website there. Rent out any exotic that you want for any occasion. You guys want to follow me, my craziness on Instagram. I used to have my account on private, and now it's on public. So go ahead and follow me at Lambo Carlo. So hopefully making it public, I'm not going to regret that. So follow me in all my car shenanigans, all the YOLO lifestyle. And you can also follow us on Facebook and so forth, Mile High Drives. And again, Mile High Drives on Instagram as well.
Well, Carlo, you and I go way back. I'm excited. I love that I've followed you and I've seen this journey that you've been on, but to hear the story and where you've been, it's very encouraging just as a business owner, but also just a friend of yours to watch you have gone through this, man, and see us just hanging out. I think we went to a Rockies game that time and we were just like shooting the shit, having some drinks.
Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, I kind of just barely started to know you, and then he's like, oh, he's involved in some radio show. This is even before YOLO. We were going to like the crappiest of the crappiest bars. Somewhere in Westminster. We'd go to like, remember Camp Bueno Lounge? Like we'd go there. We'd go to the Electric Cowboy. I was like, man, we're going to the crappiest bars ever. But you know what? That's awesome. That's awesome. And now we're here.
We're here. Exactly. Oh, dude, those were the places. All those places are closed down now, Uncle Phil. It's probably because they didn't have Yolo Rum, but if they had it, they'd still be a business. But
these places were literally at like abandoned shopping centers.
Hey, someday I'll buy a Lambo on eBay, just like you.
Perfect. Make sure the buyer's sketchy. It's even better.
Yeah. And we'll steal them back in Vegas. Well, Carlo,
I'm just gonna rent one, Carlo.
Go to Carlo.
I'm gonna book one after we get off this interview.
Dude, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the love you give to Yolo Rum. We're gonna have to partner up and figure something out with him, Uncle Phil. And just, dude, I would say good luck on your endeavors, but you're already off to the races. But just everything that you're about to do, man, I can't wait to follow you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me on here. Congrats on everything with Yolo. Like I said, also a big supporter, so I wish you guys the best. And, thank you so much for doing this interview. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Carlo. Thanks for being on, man.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Absolutely.
Hey, dude.
YOLO.
Say it again.
YOLO.
And then why is the rum gone?
Oh, can you say, why is the rum gone? YOLO.
Oh, YOLO. Why is the rum all gone?
Awesome, man. Dude, it was awesome talking to you, bro. Like, just everything that's been going on is crazy to watch, for real.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. I remember when he first got involved with Yolo, I was like, what is this? Is it some malt liquor? Like, what's he involved in?
It would have to be.
Like, I literally, dude, before I even heard about Yolo, I heard you were involved with it. I'm like, dude, he probably bought into something that's like King Cobra or Colt 45. Like, what is this Yolo? It's probably some malt liquor sold at some corner store that he doesn't even make the 7-Eleven. That's what I'm thinking. And then I was like, oh, it's getting really popular.
Yeah, that's so funny you say that, man, because that's definitely like where I'd come from, and people who knew me probably 7 years ago like you did would definitely think that. So we were probably getting those looks.
I for sure thought like, man, I hope. No, go ahead, sorry.
No, go for it.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, I literally thought it was a malt liquor. And then I remember, I was like, dude, it's totally a malt liquor because I don't see it at any stores. I'm like, where do we need to go? Like you'd have to go to Compton. Like, where do we have to get this? Because for a while, I couldn't find the Yolo, and now it's everywhere. So congrats on all that. I know you guys it takes a lot of footwork. It takes a lot of creativity online and so forth. So.
What's up? It's Shark Damon John here, and I want to congratulate the entire Yolo team for winning your 27th International Award and the new distribution opportunities, including Empire Distributors, a Berkshire Hathaway company, and Why Is All the Rum Gone? YOLO, baby. Congratulations to everyone from the Shark Damon John here.
Here we are, Total Beverage, right here in Thornton, Colorado. I grew up around here, Phil.
It's a great place to be from, and this is a beautiful store.
If you need any mixers, if you need just best deals, and Yolo Rum, you can get that all right here.
Yolo Rum, that's why we're here.
Greg the Rock,
our president of sales.
He's making sure that everyone can taste these samples of Yolo Rum, and when they do, the first thing they do, of course, is buy a bottle because it's the best rum in the world. So if you're looking for rum, Yolo Rum, if you just want the best deals, the best mixers, get down here to my old hood, Thornton, Colorado, at Total Beverage off 104th and Washington.
YOLO.